Alright, so Incredibles 2 is about to drop this week, and I'm really looking forward to it. Because I love the themes they covered in the original, like family, and friendship, and child murder, and staying true to yourself, domestic abuse, infidelity, sex, child abandonment, murder. The thing of the movie, the supers are giving these interview things, and Mr. Incredible has a mental breakdown on set during his.
For 10 minutes.
You get to that point. Wait, don't get up yet.
And this is kind of like a good metaphor for how the rest of the film's gonna go, so I just wanted to lead with that. After that, shooting at cops, and again, it drops a whole ass tree on them. Yikes. And they end up getting up, but let's be real, they should be dead. Go ahead and add a death to the death counter. Oh yeah, also there's a death counter, because a lot of
Need to be more flexible.
Yo! Is she trying to f? After getting blue-balled, Mr. Incredible catches sight of a man that... They really did that. He catches sight of a man trying to commit suicide. On top, sidekick Buddy pops in. Mr. Incredible shoos him off because he's like 10, so he starts to fly off, and the bomb villain guy attaches a bomb to the kid. He put a bomb on a child, on a person who still has to ask permission to go to the bathroom. He put a bomb on him. Mr. Incredible, a side attempt, and proceeds to say the most horrifying line I've probably ever heard in a kid's film.
Saved your life.
You didn't save my life, you ruined my death. That's what you did. My life, you ruined my.
They don't have to pay out the hundreds of thousands of people who probably deserve reparations. So let's fast forward 15 years. Mr. Incredible has acquired a wife, 3 kids, a deep-seated depression typical of the working class, which 15 minutes into this movie is like feeling par for the course. So Bob is unfulfilled at work. Back at work, Bob is getting chewed out by his boss for actually helping people. And Bob straight up grips this man by the throat and slams him in through like 4 walls. Go ahead, add it. And learning robot. He then completes the job and is thanked at a dinner by Mirage, who is a step-in for his real employer. In a scene that once again shows Pixar is not above using sexual tension in their children's films.
I prefer to think of it as misunderstood.
Yo! And one with no capes, as there have been a number of super deaths because of them. Like Thunderhead, the man was launched into space by a rocket, dead. Stratagale, a 16-year-old girl, if you looked up the information, chewed up in a jet engine. And even if he was about to, Bob doesn't even get the chance because guess what? It's time for the surprisingly dark plot twist to kick in. Turns out, Buddy, who is most likely one of the biggest sociopaths in children's movie history, was his government. All for this one moment. Like, bro, you gotta learn how to take note. Like, where are your parents? After a quick brawl, Mr. Incredible jumps into a waterfall and almost gets blown up by a bomb. This is a kid's movie. He then hides for his life in a cavern where he finds a rock boy and tosses at least a 300-pound metal pod at 2 other people. They're definitely deceased. And this man bolts a dude in the head with a rock. He goes limp immediately. Go ahead, add it. So Mr. Incredible sneaks into the compound and security system, and he gets captured in one of the most... I don't know how to feel about this thing. I feel confused and slightly aroused. And is proceeded to be tortured via electrical shock and shoots a land-based missile at the plane. Not even calling it off, knowing there are children on board the plane. All because Mr. Incredible basically told a 10-year-old Syndrome, hey, you probably shouldn't be trying to fight crime in a cutoff shirt. After a giant
It's a kid's movie, yo.
Mirage confirms Syndrome murked his family, and Mr. Incredible, while still in his restraints, swoops up Mirage and threatens.
It'll be easy, like breaking a toothpick.
Jesus, dude. Electrically chained up in the crucifixion position. What? God, yo, what is that? But everything's cool because back in the middle of the ocean, Helen is screaming at her understandably frightened children and manages to get everyone to the island where Mr. Incredible is taken hostage. So it's fine. Boy, he had the death grip on her. I should be laughing. I'll get in trouble for laughing at this. And she explains through her choking breath that his family is still alive, and then they embrace, because that's what you do with people who tried to murder you about 10 minutes ago. And lo and behold, a theme in this movie, and I just want to say, this whole fight sequence that's happening here is super dark. Like, look. Yo, are those blades? That dude just punched a kid. Holy shit. Oh, he's dead. Watch out. Count it. Eventually, the group meets all back up and have this big bonding moment over a giant crashing explosion where someone definitely died in. We're gonna add that to the list. Syndrome then arrives, stops the four, and drops quite possibly another one of the most provocative lines in the entire movie. So after a powerful speech about family or something, Violet escapes and frees everyone. And they proceed to beat up like some sociopaths in an RV who were playing a drinking game that...
Every time they run, you take a shot.
Like, yo, people are dying. How do you feel this? How do you... Just that taxpayers will have to pay for years. The family heads home thinking that the day is saved, until they run into Syndrome, who's just chilling at their crib, for real. And he straight up kidnaps their baby with the intention to raise him as it falls out of the plane. And then all of a sudden gets caught in the turbine. The man is chewed up in the engine of the plane, or the turbine, whatever you call that. He's dead. There proceeds to be a giant explosion over their house full of debris. Because apparently I'm really into dark, depressing crap that is targeted at kids.
Oh, what's up, y'all? So if you like that video, please in the comment section let me know if you thought I was on track with my theory that it's really dark. Subscribe, that really helps me out, helps the channel out. All right, so thanks for watching. Peace.